Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Clinton Navigator Bowman. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa, and you're listening to The Experience. This episode is sponsored by Antlion Audio and the Mod Mic 5, which I'm using right now to record this podcast. It's a wonderful modular microphone which you can hook up to any headphones, and you can customize it any way you want. You can put braided cable. You did with any, like I said, any headphones. The Mod Mic 5 available now. Before we get to the experience, I want to introduce the co-host of this little ride that we're going on, Keith Shadow Haxer Mitchell. Keith, what's going on, my man?
Not much, man. Just waiting for this terrible year to be over and done with. We've lost so many people.
Well, you know what? Let's put it into perspective. We have our lives, and on top of that, at least it's not like the 1400s when the plague hit.
This is very true. It's just so climactic for me because we lost Carrie Fisher today, which is, Disney Princess Leia, and I was also saying happy birthday to my very own princess. So she is forever going to live with the day that Carrie Fisher died. Is also the same day as the day she was born.
To be fair, it is stated that without death there is no life. It's kind of like a circle of life, a la the Lion King and all that fun stuff. But we can get into all that philosophical stuff later. We got a guest. His name is Karl May Smart. He's an Australian and he's a very, very good friend of ours. Karl, what's going on, my friend?
Oh, this is the Xbox experience, right?
No, this is the everything experience, your life experience.
Shit, I was meant to be in SonyCentric. See ya.
You motherfucker. You can't play WoW on a Sony console.
This is true.
I don't know. It could be possible.
It ain't possible.
Nah, they got rid of what was it? Other OS. It's not possible no more.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Anywho, we got like you say, a bevy of topics today. So
we do have a lot. To talk about. Let's fire our lasers real quick and just get a beam right in there. Talk about beam. Oh my god.
Now he's talking about lasers.
That's the thing. Pew pew. Death rays. Beam unleashed a new website to its pro users and partners a week ago, stating that what's going to happen is they're going to test it out and roll it out. Matt Salasamendi, who is the starter and the founder of Beam, stated that they're no longer the scrappy startup that they were last year. And with the resources of Microsoft behind them, they're going to start back at the basics. So the pro users as well as Beam partners can opt in to test Beam 2.0 in beta, and it started back on December 20th. It features not only FTL for OBS, but as well as Restream.io and XSplit. So if you have XSplit, you can actually use Beam's new streaming solution. Now, Keith and I have experience using that, and I like it because it's literally near zero delay.
Are you talking about the FTL or
FTL.
just well, to back up a second, yeah, FTL was pretty quick, but the last couple of times I did stream on Beam as well, not using FTL, it still was really fast. I mean, our last fight night, I streamed it to everything using Restream. So I streamed it to Beam, I streamed it to YouTube, and I streamed it to Twitch. And Beam was consistently the number one out of the gate. Sometimes a full 2-3 seconds ahead of YouTube and Twitch. So even without FTL, it's still the fastest out of the three.
Right. So for right now, for those of you that have OBS, there is an OBS client with FTL that you can get, but XSplit and normal OBS will be getting it. We'll be getting the FTL server support in the future, and Restream.io will also support this. Beam is getting a brand new website design with a brand new logo. It's more of a new text logo as opposed to anything else. New animation and very consistent styling across the interface. And Beam 2.0 will repair one of the biggest complaints about the site, which is web performance on the lower end, by giving the site quote-unquote insane performance speed. Site load speed has been increased 5 times over with 60 frames per second capability on the web player and a much improved mobile experience from Microsoft Edge, as well as Xbox Live login capability.
So let me stop you.
There's going to be 2-factor authentication through Xbox Live.
So let me stop you. So you said it's available for partners and pros right now. So that site is live as of now?
Yes.
So you saw, okay, so you can't access it unless you have a pro account, which is like $7.99 or $8 a month.
And you pretty much or opted into it.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I wanted to check it out, but I'm not a pro because I'm still in between, as the rest of us are. As if we want to keep messing with Twitch or if we want to lean onto Beam, you know.
But
I'll pay the $8 to check it out, see how it looks like.
Yeah, but going into the conversation that we had, because we had a conversation with our fellow podcast
Outerhavens.
That's terrible.
Outerhavens.
Carl Smart, who pretty much said that while Beam is nice and promising, it still ain't where Twitch is at, and he doubts where it is. I'm not gonna sit down and attribute a quote to him that he didn't say. So, Mace, your thoughts on Beam, based on what we've talked about before, and just giving out to everybody else that's listening today.
Well, pretty much Beam to me is one of those fly-by-night up-and-comers that like sounds really great when you look at it on paper and you see it in action. It's a great little streaming service. The only problem I have is brand recognition, and that's what I meant via the quote. Is that when you think streaming, you think Twitch, just like when you think online video, you think YouTube. You know, brand recognition plays a big part in where people go. Sure, you could all of a sudden, PewDiePie could close down all his stuff tomorrow and move on to Beam and a Daily Motion or something like that. But the thing is that people won't go with him because the brands that he was associated with are no longer there, and they just go, oh, okay, he's just trying something new. I might check into it at some point later. But yeah, like the whole thing, it sounds good, and good on the Xbox team for getting on board and giving someone else another try. I just don't see it taking off like a rocket or anything like that. It's going to be a slow burn, if anything, to even play catch up to Twitch.
Right, Keith?
I sort of agree where he's coming from, but I think history has proven that there is more than enough space for multiple streaming services to exist. Like you said, when people think YouTube, they kind of think streaming. They think media, live media. They go to YouTube first, Dailymotion, and Vimeo as well. But as far as streaming services, Twitch is typically the #1 service. YouTube gaming hasn't gotten off the ground like they wanted to. I mean, they have a lot of power going into that. But then again, they have the money from Alphabet, Google behind them, as well as having a shit ton of e-personalities, e-celebrities, and having their own events. So, YouTube gaming events and whatnot. So I see how he thinks that maybe that Beam doesn't have the, I don't want to say the stellar backing or firepower, but just the recognition. And and I've said this before, the features that Beam doesn't have and the way they haven't pushed themselves, it's going to be an uphill battle for the company, hands down. Beam and Microsoft have their work cut out for them. I do think that things will change once Xbox gets the integration to stream directly to Beam. That's going to be a godsend, because just like you can do right now, you can stream directly to Twitch on PlayStation and Xbox. You'll be able to do that directly on Xbox. The only thing that's going to hurt Beam, though, again, is it's not on Sony platforms. It needs to be. Going in 2017, Sony has the hot hand as far as console gaming exclusives. People are going to want to see these things, and sadly, they're all going to be directly on Twitch unless they have a capture card streaming to Beam.
And sorry to interrupt, but I was going to give it to you with that one. You're right about that. It's mostly because if you look at it from their point of view, Microsoft is willing to work with Sony regardless. They stated that, hey, we're willing to do cross gameplay with them. So Microsoft is willing to work and integrate with them. It's just, I think this largely depends on Sony.
It's unheard of, is what it is. It's crossing the streams. It's playing Mario on an iPad. It's that, which smacked me in the face a couple days ago when I was playing that on my daughter's iPad during Christmas. I was like, holy shit, I'm playing Mario on an iPad. But if that can happen to me, I'm pretty sure that Sony has enough scruples among them to say, you know what, this is a streaming thing. It's not a big deal. Because seriously, guys, think about this for a second. Sony is a company, it's a corporation, it's a business. They want to make money. This is not going to hurt them. And how many people in Sony Studios, Sony Productions are using Windows, which is a Microsoft platform?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Come on now, guys. It has to get on. It has to get on the PlayStation. It'll be really dumb and a slap to gamers if this doesn't happen, because there are a lot of people that I've checked preferred Beam over Twitch right now because of the technology. So it definitely needs to get the PlayStation. It definitely needs to get the Switch if Switch supports streaming outside of capture cards.
Well, I thought that Switch would, because obviously it's the portable aspect of it. I mean, that would require.
Well, I'm talking about the docking when it's docked.
Okay, that's different. Yeah.
It has to get there. It really needs to have. It has to get there, and Sony and Microsoft need to do something to get Beam on board with the PlayStation platform. Because honestly, I mean, no, this is an Xbox and a PC gaming podcast. I'm a gamer first and foremost, and I'm just laying it down. So this is retarded. It has to come in.
Yeah.
Because if I'm playing Neo or if I'm playing, The Last of Us 2, and I have to hook up a capture card, well, it's fine, I can do that. But how many people are actually blessed or have that disposable income to go and buy a capture card to do this?
Or would care to do it, and at the same
Or
time,
would care to do it.
At the same time, I have 4. Me personally, I have like 3 core Forza. I'm thinking about getting a couple other Xbox Play Anywhere games. I really like the idea of going to my PC and just saying, "Hey, Beam integration." Oh my God! Like, I will stream from any of my full screen games that I have, or window games that I have, using the Xbox app and whatever the case may be. So that's something that I really like about the PC, and I think that's where the leg up for Microsoft is. But,
so going that route, the global recognition is the only thing I see right now. After playing with Beam for a while, it's going to hurt Microsoft. It's going to hurt Beam. People
but at the same time,
don't know who they are.
But at the same time, I'll tell you straight up, Sony doesn't even have Facebook streaming yet. So, I mean, no.
But yeah, that whole Facebook streaming thing, it's everything. It's not catered towards gaming. That's the problem. We're only speaking directly in regards to gaming. And honestly, you're using Beam because you're gaming. You're using Twitch because you're gaming. Well, Twitch for everything now. Twitch personal into your life. Twitch into your bedroom. Yeah, that's gonna go south real quick.
Anyway,
I'm telling you.
Shut up. All right, so going into the kind of the PC and the portable PC world, I know we should be talking gaming, but tech is kind of important too. Apparently, people are ditching their MacBooks for Surface products at a nice little rate. So apparently, according to Microsoft's Brian Hall on the on the Windows blog today, the sales news of the Surface have been really positive. Our trade-in program for MacBooks was our best ever, and the combination of excitement with the innovation of the Surface, coupled with the disappointment of the new MacBook Pro, especially among professionals, is leading to more and more people to make the Surface the switch. It seems like a new review recommending Surface over MacBook comes out daily. This makes our team proud because we're doing good work. Now, obviously, there isn't necessarily numbers to back this up, or I can't find it at this current moment, but we will have it as soon as. But knowing what we know about the new MacBook and how they're forcing people to change to a brand new USB or charging protocol, and how the Surface is keeping it simple, apparently. I don't know, Keith. Talk to me about this. I know you were interested in the Surface, even though the price was crazy.
Well, it's kind of funny because I was just talking to one of my buddies here during my daughter's birthday party about this whole thing, and the conversation that we had is pretty much the same thing. We've heard the rumors that a lot of people have been switching from their Macs over to the Surface because the Surface has actually gotten a lot better. It's getting a lot more reviews. It's getting a lot more positivity within the IT crowd.
Right.
Apple also didn't make any fans when they killed, certain port on the new Pro. And a lot of people, even the more prominent tech reviews on YouTube, are pretty much saying the same thing, that it's a nice upgrade, but it's not a worthwhile upgrade. While the Surface has progressively becoming better and better throughout the years. I mean, come on, first Surface was terrible. The second one was a little bit better, but they hit their stride with the third one. And the 4 just capitalizes on top of what they did with 3. I'm not talking directly about the Surface Book because I know that thing has a lot of issues that people aren't very happy about. Right. But the Surface 4 has refined a lot of things that Microsoft's been trying for a number of years. And they're pretty much, like somebody said, they're out-appling Apple with the new Surface 4. Business productivity, it's powerful, it's light, and it does everything you want it to do. Granted, some of the Apple outs or the servers outside Apple could be just the talk of Microsoft fanboyism. I'm doing air quotes here. From everything that I've seen, it's doing a lot better than the Surface 2 and Surface 3 has done in their life cycles.
Now, mate, all three of us owned at one point an iProduct, an iPad, or whatever the case may be.
Well, nope, not me.
Yeah, I mean, your thoughts on this little piece of news that more people are switching from the Apple MacBook to the Surface products.
Yeah, this is something that I wouldn't really know much about because I don't do much of the tablet deal. Like, I do own an iPad, but that's pretty much sits there for. That's a Facebook checking machine. I don't really use it for anything productive.
Okay.
I've never been a fan of Mac products ever because I just see Macs as inferior machines for everything but your creative stuff. You know, like your editing of photos, videos, and music.
Right.
You know, great for the creative types, but not so good for anyone else who actually wants to do something. But if people are switching, then that just goes to show that obviously, as it has been for quite a while, the decline in the confidence in Apple products. You know, not even 5 years ago, people were picking up all the latest iPhones and the iPads, and you know, everyone was using iTunes. They were using the iPods. Nowadays, everybody's like, well, screw the iPhone. You know, there's plenty of good Android-based devices out there. You know, except for Samsung Note 7, which goes kaboom.
And they're good for certain things. Things.
But it's like people have been turning away from pretty much. You can, and I hate to say this, but when Steve Jobs died, Apple went to shit.
Yeah, I will say that. I agree with that.
You can actually look at the timeline of when Apple products started to get worse and people started turning away from them, and you'll find that it's around about the same time that Steve Jobs died is when Apple started to die off themselves. And this is just a continuation of that trend.
Not to mention their business practices. You know, they were already, in my perspective, spotty, shady with Steve Jobs around. But you know, he ran a steady ship. There were certain things that he just did not want going into place. And you know, the second he went out the door, it was like, oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to make larger iPhones. And it was like, you know, this was something Steve Jobs definitely did not want to do. He was adamant that he didn't want to do that. You know, and the second that he hits the grave, like, oh, we're doing this now. We're doing that now. We're coming out with new revisions that really don't do much, but we're putting a new number on it and we're selling it. You know, as much as people may have disliked Steve Jobs, he had a sound business idea, and when he did pass, yeah, that shit went out the door.
Because when Tim Cook took it over, and it's just like,
he's like, yeah, this is my shit now.
Yeah. So moving on to more quote Microsoft controversy, please. Apparently, somebody is looking to say that Phil Spencer appears to be suffering from memory loss.
Oh God, he's doing it. You're deviating from the plan, damn it. You're deviating.
How am I deviating from the plan?
Talk about something positive.
Oh, talk about something positive?
Now you already opened the can of worms. Just go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't deviating from that. I thought that was what's on the plan. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on. So Phil Spencer, obviously, about a week ago, stated that he does not like the idea of exclusivity. Never really liked that idea of exclusivity, stating on Twitter that paying marketing funds so another console's base can't play another piece of content doesn't feel like growth. Now, keep in mind, he did state this. A couple websites, I'm not going to name their names. I was going to, but I'm not going to do that for the interest of, you know, protecting the quote-unquote innocent.
Professionalism.
And professionalism. More like protecting the innocent. Are stating that, oh, but wait, Microsoft has done this in the past before, so why is Phil Spencer talking about this? After people took him to task for saying that, well, you guys did it for Call of Duty. I'm like, yeah, Phil Spencer pretty much stated that, yeah, people are getting worked up about it. Never said that Xbox hasn't done it. I just don't like the idea or the practice. Now, this goes to say, in terms of journalism and in terms of the Xbox brand, I mean, we know they're not innocent of, exclusivity in terms of content, not
Fuck no.
games. They're not innocent of it. But to say that this man is a hypocrite, as much as, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Keith, your thoughts on this whole thing?
All right. Since I was the one that showed it to you, so I had actually posted a nice little reply back to that. And Phil did say that he was opposed to exclusivity, which, for whatever you want to say, yes or no, it is something that's been going on in the gaming for quite some time. You know, ever since Sega and Nintendo did battle, after those days were over, it went out the window. I believe the first case of it that I remember was when the Sega Saturn came out and they were going to get Tomb Raider. And the PlayStation was coming out around that time, and Sony paid a shit ton of money to keep that game off the Saturn until it hit the PlayStation first. Now, granted, it wasn't the best looking game when it hit the Saturn, but it was supposed to come out to the Saturn first because the Saturn came out before the PlayStation. So I remember that, and of course, there's been a lot of back and forth between companies buying out, certain games for either a limited time exclusivity or keeping it off the system completely. In that piece that Clinton referred to, there were certain games that were mentioned that I had to dispel, and I want to take the time out and dispel here as well. One of the games was Titanfall, because people have been bitching about Titanfall for a number of years, that the fact that it didn't come out on the PlayStation and that Microsoft had paid Respawn to do that. What happened was actually Respawn was using Microsoft's proprietary technologies for the game. So there was no way in hell that was going to make it over to the PlayStation just because they were using something that was exclusive to the Microsoft platform, which is Azure, as we call it, Cloud Technologies. There was another game, I'm trying to remember what exactly it was, Gears of War. But what had happened is that I believe that there was a contract signed between Microsoft and Gears, or Microsoft and Epic Games, which is why it never went anywhere else. And then after that, Epic sold it. They're like, we're done, here you go. Because didn't Unreal Championship come out to the PlayStation as well?
I believe it did.
Yeah, so Epic was making games for all platforms. They just had a contract in place. There was really nothing that could be said or done about that. If I have a contract in place, I have a contract in place. I'm using your technologies, I'm using technologies. Another game that was mentioned was Sunset Overdrive, which was developed by a third-party game, and people bitched about that. Well, Microsoft paid for this game. Well, you know what? Microsoft did pay for the publishing for the game after the fact that Insomniac went to multiple publishers and nobody bit. So technically, if it wasn't for Microsoft, that game would have never been made. And it happens both ways. There was also a big thing about people saying that Microsoft doesn't have a good first-party showing. And to be honest with you, if you compare the upcoming 2017 to this past 2016, I would say that yes, going into 2017, Microsoft doesn't have a great showing. 2016, Dead Rising, which isn't exclusive to the Microsoft platform right now.
Right.
Forza Horizon 3, Forza Motorsport 6, fantastic first-party games. Halo has been flawed, but it's still a good game. Gears of War 4 rocked the house. So they have a good first-party showing. It's just right now, going 2017, they played their hand maybe a little bit too openly, and they really don't have anything to show for it. I mean, they have a couple other games coming out that I'm not really looking forward to, but they might have something in the shadows. Microsoft is a little mysterious. They want to wait and see what's happening here. They still haven't said what they're doing with the Scorpio. While Sony, kind of blew their load during the PlayStation experience, saying, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. But a lot of people are forgetting one thing that they did. We got this coming 2017. We got this coming 2017. Well, Microsoft's like, we got everything you want right now. Here, go play it. Sony's like, we're giving it to you next year. We're just not going to tell you when you're getting it. Okay, great. I know it's coming, but I'd rather play it now than wait till next year. There was a lot of stuff in the article that didn't make sense, and I felt like the author of the article wrote that just to get clickbait and to get controversy and some argument started, which, after that story got to it went to a couple different sites, it did what I guess that author wanted to do, because there are people thread up. You got Xbox people going against Sony people, and it's like, the reply I wrote said, it doesn't make a difference. Console exclusivity, I hate that word, hurts everybody.
Yes, it does.
Look what Sony's doing right now. I think they've been paying to keep exclusive content for Destiny off the Xbox.
And
you won't be able to play
it. Yeah.
And you won't be able to play that stuff until 2017, towards the end of 2017. How is that helping me? If I like the Xbox brand, you mean to tell me I can't play this on my console because you paid for this? And it goes both ways. Microsoft paid to have Tomb Raider exclusive to the Xbox. I thought that was a fun deal. I thought that was shit.
Right.
I think Sony guys got a better deal out of it because they got to play Uncharted, but at the same time, that's a first party game. We'll never play that on an Xbox system. We'll never play that on a PC system. So there are a lot of pros and cons. I would love to see exclusivity go out the window, but that's just never going to happen. It's part of the industry. It's intertwined. It will never go away.
You gotta have killer apps for it. You have to have killer apps.
You gotta have killer apps, but here's the thing: killer apps should be reserved to first party, not third party games. Third party games should be immune. That is bullshit. I never liked it. It should never take place.
I can 100% agree with that. I can agree with Mason. Your thoughts on this whole exclusivity thing?
Exclusivity has been nothing but, two guys standing at the urinal seeing whose dick's bigger. Pretty much. It has served absolutely no purpose except to try and split brands and split loyalties and get fanboys to bitch and complain about each other on message boards. Frankly, I have hated exclusivity from day one unless you own the actual development studio, in which case it's a legal matter. Exclusivity, even timed, is stupid, especially in this day and age.
Yep.
When we know everything's going to come out on both consoles eventually anyway.
If you have a PC, it's coming out on fucking PC.
Well, yeah, it might come out on PC, but then again, it might also be a glitchy piece of shit. Thank you, Warner Brothers.
Somebody's
yeah,
mad.
at the end of the day, exclusivity has done nothing but hurt the consumer. That's all it's done. It's just hurt the consumer. Why? Because companies want to put an extra couple of bucks in their pocket by somebody having to go out and buy an Xbox and a PlayStation in order to get everything they want to play.
As I turn back and look at my Xbox and my PlayStation.
Exactly. It's the whole reason why I have both consoles. I don't want to be a... Go ahead.
And I spent over $1,000, nearly $1,500 just upgrading this PC. Like,
same here. I don't want to be a dick. People can say I'm shining my E-Ping and say that's fine. I don't give a shit. I have an Xbox One S and I have a PlayStation 4 Pro, and I have a PC, and I have another Xbox One S and another PlayStation 4 downstairs,
and an Xbox 360 and a Wii and a Wii.
I have every console because I like playing games. I even have a 3DS now. I have a 3DS and a Vita. I don't care what system it is. If there's a game on it, it can be just one game. If there's a game on it that I want to play, I'm going to get the platform. And that's all there is to it. I'm not going to sit there like, oh, you're a Sony fanboy. I don't care about you, Sony fanboy. Or, oh, you're an Xbox idiot. What? I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to play the games that I want to play. Trust me. The second Gran Turismo Sport comes out, I will be in line to get that damn game. The second the next Halo game comes out, I will be in line to get that game.
And you know what's up? And you know something, dude? To be fair, like I look at it, and yeah, there's certain games that I don't mind being exclusive because the company made it first party, right? I understand that. I get that. I am 100% cool with that. At the same time, I don't want to hear people being hypocrites and stuff like that. It's like, well, people being hypocrites about, oh, well, Sony does it, it's okay, but Microsoft does it, it's evil. It's like, dude, you're hating the company with more money just because they're behind and they're trying to catch up.
Well, it's not even that. It's not even that. Like I said, they're intertwined.
That's part of it.
It's part of it, but
there's other crazy reasons for it, and it's silly.
Well, again, they're intertwined, and they're gonna be like that. It's never gonna go away until we get to a point where we evolve as gamers and as companies and go, you know what? We just need one box that plays everything. We'll never get there. It'll be utopia, but we'll never get there. Never.
And speaking of, now this is the topic I wanted to talk about too, which kind of like leads into this exclusivity in a way. Street Fighter.
Oh boy.
Now, yes, this is a Microsoft and PC related thing. Street Fighter is on PC, so nah. But imagine, I had a thought. I was sitting down there playing Street Fighter, playing ranked matches.
He was playing Final Fantasy 15. He was like, I got it.
Yeah, pretty much. I was playing Street Fighter, I was playing as Alex, and I was getting my wins.
Or ass kicked.
I was getting my wins, and I had a thought: what if Microsoft were the ones to supply the money?
You know, I would have loved to have been a fly on that wall. I would love to know,
What the deal was?
Did Sony approach Capcom, or did Capcom approach Sony,
I
or
think it was the other way around.
how did that work? I would love to know.
I think Sony approached Capcom because Sony's been trying to get into esports for a while.
How'd that work out for them?
Before I go into, I want to get your thoughts on. I want to get you guys' thoughts on the whole. What would you think if Microsoft were the ones as opposed to Sony to fund Capcom for Street Fighter V? Do you think that it would be in a lot better shape than it is now?
No.
Base?
Sorry, repeat the question.
If Microsoft instead of Sony were the ones to fund Capcom for Street Fighter V, would Street Fighter V be in a little bit better shape than it is now?
No, it'd be in the exact same shape.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough. That's fair enough to say.
just because Capcom is the one behind the development and the choices. Sony was just the backer, nothing else.
Okay.
Because if that was the case, then it wouldn't be on PC either.
This is very true. I just thought that it would be the case. I like how you guys shut me down immediately, by the way. Like, I figured it would be the case because Microsoft likes to kind of be, I said funny with their money. They tend to be on top of whatever they put their money into. So whatever they have a controlling interest in, they like to be on top of it and help out and supply, whatever the company needs in a way. And I feel like Sony's not that company to do that.
I wouldn't say that's fair to say that, because typically when situations like this, companies are like, you have creative control over your product. We're just here to help you get that product out the door. And then if that wasn't the case, that'd be a case of, what's the word I'm looking for? God, my brain's not working tonight. Conflict of interest. You want the game made, we want it out the door, make money out of the game. Okay, well, let us make the game the way it needs to be made, and then it gets out the door, and then you make your money. You can't have your game in both. It's change management. You can't have your hand in this and this. Again, it would be interesting to know how much say Sony has with the development of Street Fighter. And if you look at the videos and all the updates we've got from Capcom and whatnot, Sony hasn't been mentioned whatsoever.
This is true. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just look at Killer Instinct and look at the model that they've developed. And
Well, you look at it again. Microsoft hasn't been involved.
You mean the one that Capcom copied for Street Fighter?
yes.
But if you look at it, again, Microsoft hasn't really had a hand in that. It was always with Double Helix. When Double Helix had it, Microsoft would show it off. And just like with Iron Galaxy, Microsoft would show it off, but you always heard from the developers from Iron Galaxy. It was always their internal team that was talking about the game, that was working on the game, that was putting on these streams, not Microsoft.
Yeah, it was always Keith and Lang. Dave
Right.
Lang, yeah.
Which means Microsoft was hands off. Here, you do your thing. We're here to provide existence. We're here to provide, technology. Like if you were using Azure Cloud or something regarding the Xbox system.
Okay. And that's just my personal thing. Cause I look at Killer Instinct, I like how much of a success.
Well,
Again,
again,
is. And look at the model that they've done and how they're doing and how it's managed. And I look at Street Fighter and it's like, ooh.
because here's the thing, you're coming from two different angles here. Street Fighter came off an amazing run with Street Fighter 4. It has an amazing, it has a shitty community as well at times. Street Fighter has always been the whole of the FGC. And when it fucks up, when Capcom fucks up, they will tell you hard. Street Fighter 5 came out where 4 was still in its stride, and many people did not want to move away from 4. But the evolution or the progression of 5 was more of a forced one. When people wanted to go to Evo, it was like, you're playing Street Fighter 5, but what's wrong with Street Fighter 4? Because we said you're playing 5. Well, I don't want to play 4. I don't want to play 5. Well, we're giving you $500,000. Okay, we're playing 5. With Killer Instinct, it was, we're building this community from the ground up on an IP that hasn't been relevant in years. We're listening to the community because we want this game to do good. We're listening to the community when we fuck up. They tell us. We listen, we go and we make the changes. We have internal testing groups. We go out and we talk to the team. They both have the same progression path. It's just, I felt that Double Helix and the Iron Galaxy were more for listening to their fans and their community and making things right, because they had a lot to prove. versus Street Fighter, they were like, nah, we are the fighting game. When you think of fighting games, it's always Street Fighter. It's always Street Fighter.
Right.
This is the first time that Street Fighter has ever segmented the fighting game community. Because let's be real, you wouldn't play Street Fighter on your Xbox. Well,
No.
sorry, it's just not gonna happen. And sure, it runs great on the PC, but the PCs aren't used in fighting game tournaments.
So they're not.
They're not used in fighting game tournaments. So the game here, it's PlayStation 4, and that was Sony's goal. It's no different than Killer Instinct. Sure, Killer Instinct is becoming more and more relevant, but in comparison to that and Street Fighter and Tekken, it can't hold a candle to those two games. Microsoft has a great product, and their job by letting our guys do what it has to do and not getting in the way is helping the game grow. They're not hindering it.
Especially since during the weekend of PAX East is the Killer Instinct World Cup and the Killer Instinct Con.
Yeah, I saw that. But not even that. I mean, look at the development panels that Currency has. Look at the streams they have.
Oh, dude, PAX East.
They're constantly talking about their stuff. They're constantly doing stuff about their stuff. And yeah, they're not as big as Capcom or Street Fighter, but they're slowly making their way. But the thing that holds both systems, the thing that hurts them both is they're exclusive. So you're segmenting the fighting game community. Do you want to play Killer Instinct? Go play it on PC or Xbox. You want to play Street Fighter? Go play it on PC or PlayStation 4. You see the common denominator here is on PC, but neither fighting game community are going to really take the PC, dedicated. It's just not there. It's a passing fancy. It works on both. That's great, but fuck you. We're not doing that.
Yeah, especially since Killer Instinct only works on Windows 10 PCs.
Right.
So, I mean, I figured Mace would probably agree with that sentiment as well. I don't know, like, if he has anything else to say, I mean, feel free. The floor is yours.
He's tanking. He don't care.
Really.
Yeah, no, I mean, we all three of us, we play Street Fighter, and that's the thing, because I feel like that game as a whole could be a lot more improved. So
I will say that it's in better shape now than it was in the past.
Okay.
I will definitely say that. Hands down.
I would love to agree with that.
I mean, you're playing it more now. Before it was like Street Fighter 5. Fuck Street Fighter.
Oh.
That was Clinton constantly. Street Fighter. Fuck Street Fighter.
I legit, like, you know what? And that's something I never would say. So to hear me say that is literally an understanding why I'm upset with Capcom.
So it's working out now. So yeah.
So yeah, and I mean, then again, also it was like I didn't even spend as much money as I thought I would on getting Street Fighter anyway.
I did because I brought it day one, and then I brought the season pass recently.
Sorry.
But I spent the same amount of money on Currency thing too, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh nah, man. I got that season 1 for free.
Well, yeah, but I got it when it came out, and then the shitty thing with Currency is they came out with season 1, and then season 2.
They came out with season 1, then the disc version for season 1.
Yep.
That came with TJ Combo. I remember that because I picked that up.
And then they did season 2, and then they did. Oh, hey, there's a definitive edition now. And I was like, motherfucker.
No, they did season 2 and then season 3 and then the definitive edition.
See, so there's multiple copies. So they're both doing their dirt. It's just which one is doing the game justice by making it a better overall experience. I'm not talking about the selling portion because they're both fucked up in their own way. They both are.
The better experience is Killer Instinct because all the shit that they're doing for KI, in a sense, Shadow.
Yeah,
Shadow
but
Lord.
the one thing that the junk that they're adding with Currency with Shadow Lord, some of that stuff I could do without. I'm still not a big fan of the counter system in Currency. I haven't liked it since they brought it in. It's gotten better, but I just certain characters in certain frames, like it's hard to tell low and medium, and if you fuck up, you're like, oh, there goes half my life, if not all of my life, depending on who you're fighting and who you are.
Yeah, this is true.
There's none of that in Street Fighter. Unless you're playing Akuma, who just rape you.
Well, to be fair, if you get hit with a crush counter, it's over. Like some of these characters got TODs, and it's insane.
So, there's that.
I've seen TODs, and I've gotten nervous about TODs, so that was my thing. But other than that, I mean, the last thing that we got to talk about is things that we're expecting from the Xbox brand in 2017. Because I mean, 2017 is coming up.
Do you want to hear what I want?
Yes.
Stronger first party and third party offerings. I have not been silent when I've said this on the site in multiple places. Going to 2017, and I'm pretty sure I said this at the beginning of this podcast, the Microsoft showing is weak.
Right.
Sure,
mean-
we got Sea of Thieves coming out. We've got Cuphead, which has been delayed. We've got Crackdown, which I don't care about.
Now,
Tell me, I've never been a fan of Crackdown. I brought Crackdown to get the demo of Halo.
okay.
And I want to know when the hell Forza Motorsport 7 is coming out.
Because apparently it was accidentally leaked out by.
Well, we knew it was coming. Come on, dude. We don't even need Fantech to tell us 7's coming. We know this. It alternates every year between that and Horizon. And Microsoft had already said, every upcoming Forza title will be on PC, which means there was going to be more Forza titles. So they weren't telling us anything we didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I agree with the first party. I think they need to be stronger first party because the funny thing is, Sony's always been known for single player experiences, and Microsoft has always been a multiplayer experience console. That's always been the case with Xbox 360 going forward. Same thing with the PS3 going forward. I just want to see some more very strong multiplayer experiences on the Xbox. Like,
I would say the other. I would say for me, I want more single player. Well, single player co-op, local co-op, multiplayer co-op. I don't want 4 players. I want it to just be a very small, intimate session. Me and a buddy going into it.
I honestly want to see more JRPGs come to the Xbox One. Really,
That's not going to happen.
But we're getting Valkyria, so
Yeah, but you said more. I mean, we're getting that. We're getting Persona. No, we're not getting Persona. Yeah,
Nope.
just getting that. So there you go. It's until Microsoft makes a huge impact in Japan, which I don't see it happening
and that's
this
fine.
generation or next generation.
But that's the problem. You see, but then again, you look at it, mobile gaming in Japan is way more popular than console gaming. So, I mean, Japan should be looking to America, who does, literally suck this shit up.
We've had this conversation. We've talked about why this just isn't going to be or has been.
I know, but at the same time, let's be real. Japan is really short-sighted when it comes to this shit.
Yeah, I agree. But you cannot change it. But going back to what you were saying, I'm looking at the first 2-3 months of 2017 for Xbox games. We've got Pit People. Okay. Resident Evil 7. Behemoth. People behind Castle Crashers.
Okay.
We've got Resident Evil 7. And I'm probably going to get it on my PC or to be honest, my PlayStation 4 Pro.
Surprising.
Hitman, the complete series.
There's Rising 9 coming out for Windows and Xbox.
I already got it for Windows. So
Yeah.
that's another game to review. Fuck. Really?
Yeah.
For Honor, Halo Wars 2 is in February. You've got Lego Worlds. You've got Torment Tides of Numeria. You've got that's pretty much it for February. March, you've got Ghost Recon, Wildlands. You've got Dreamfall Chapters. See what I mean? The titles that people were like, whatever. You finally get Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PC and Xbox One. But you get the picture here. There are not a lot of strong titles coming up for the Xbox One. And that's what's hurting Microsoft. I mean,
Right.
Granted, a lot of these games don't seem to be very appealing to a lot of gamers. But the majority of these games that are coming out are PlayStation 4. I mean, every game year, with the exception of the first-party titles, were all coming out on the PlayStation 4 and
Right.
or PC. I mean, hell, look at the recently announced Double Dragon 4.
Yeah.
PlayStation and PC. Where's the Xbox? Nope, not getting it. Like,
Don't care. New Double Dragon in 2D. Gimme.
I know, right? Maybe Sega will get off their ass and give us Streets of Rage now. But there's what I'm going. There is the first party showing of Microsoft in 2017 for the first half of the year is considerably weak. Very, very weak. And it's disappointing.
Right.
The only thing that shores it up are third-party games that are coming out later towards the year.
Okay.
Weak first-party Microsoft. You gotta fix that. And that's what's leading a lot of the conversation right now with Sony's got a better first-party going in 2017. Sure, they do. But again, you have no release dates.
But at the same time, most of Sony's first-party releases are all single-player experiences, which they, again, like I said, are simply known for. That's all they're known for. Because honestly, what was the last major multiplayer experience they had that fucking flopped? remember Mag? That was a thing.
Oh dear God, I didn't waste my fucking time.
Yeah, remember that game?
I did not waste my time.
Sony is not known for a single player.
I heard that. I
multiplayer thing.
looked at that game. I checked that game, and I was like, "Yeah, this is not working. I'm not playing this."
And it's funny, we going back to the first topic we talked about, the topic we talked about, the exclusivity and all that stuff. Look what they're doing with Call of Duty, and I'm like, what? Like, I just don't get. They're trying to get the multiplayer experience from the thing, but I mean, sorry, Sony, your servers are crap. Well,
all I gotta say is, we saw what happens when you fuck up out the gate. And hopefully Microsoft plays it a lot better with the next generation of their consoles.
I think they will.
Not Scorpio, the new console. If there is a new console.
I think they will. I think Microsoft, at least now, understands that they really need it. They know, but the funny thing is they also know they're never going to get a foothold in Japan, so they're not going to even try.
No, they're going to always try. They're always going to try. They've tried every generation. They've tried and tried and tried when they should be focused on North America directly, because regardless, we
and
are
Europe,
still those two are still the single most biggest places for consoles.
Right, North America and Europe should be the ones where they try the most.
You know, or buy up niche companies and force people to use. You know, here's the exclusivity. Like I said, you can never get rid of it. Buy companies or work with companies to get them on the Xbox brand and push them over there.
Yeah,
because that's what's hurting them.
Yeah, I was surprised that Microsoft didn't pick up Atlas when that was a thing.
It probably was a thing that I was like, no, because we deal with both. It's a smart move for Atlas. Can't be purchased, you can't be bought out if you refuse to be bought out unless it's a hostile takeover.
This is true. This is 100% true. But then on that note, any final thoughts before we get the hell up out of here?
Again, 2016 can't be over soon enough. Once again, everybody, regardless if we're an Xbox gaming podcast, you know, we do have a Sony podcast, a Nintendo podcast. We're gamers here. We don't have any brand loyalty. We play whatever we want to play. Well, majority of us anyway. It goes down to game preference, guys. Not everybody has the ability to have all the major platforms to play in their games, and that's totally understandable. But I'm sure you have friends or family that has something you go play with. We're at a point now that we should not be fighting over this system is better than this system. You know, and it's not coming from somebody that says oh, you're just an Xbox fanboy. That's why I'm saying it. Because I just said I own 2 freaking versions of each console right now. So no,
the original brick.
No, I have that in my closet.
You got the brick box one in your closet?
Yes.
Oh damn.
Not the Xbox one, the original Xbox.
I said the brick box one.
No, this is the original brick. This one would smash the original Xbox one.
Oh, you saw? Oh, goddamn.
The OG Xbox. So, I'm a gamer. You know, we need to move past this whole brand loyalty shit because it doesn't help us at all. And all it does is breed exclusivity and makes everybody sad in the end. That and where the fuck's my Gran Turismo Sport? Where is my Forza Motorsport 7?
Gran Turismo Sport. What are those?
I don't care, dude. I want my racing games. I just want to rant about gaming. And yeah, I'm actually really proud of Microsoft for how far they've bought currency, how far along the game has actually come. Because before this stuff started happening, I was bitching for years at Rare. Where the freak is currency? Where is it?
And now you don't
Where
even
is it?
play it.
What?
Now you don't even play it.
I do play it. I was playing it the other day. I freaking brought the definitive edition, remember?
Hey, why didn't you tell the brother? I'm just saying.
You were here when I bought it. Don't act like that. Remember we bought it during
I'm not talking about when you bought it. I thought you played it again. Like,
oh fuck! I play it again every so often on the PC here.
I was like, I didn't tell the brother. You gotta have a fight night with Killer Instinct, you know?
Shit.
PJ combo, guys. PJ combo.
Could have swore you said it was boring last time we talked about that.
Listen,
Yeah,
man,
see?
I'm playing Street Fighter again, okay? Anything is possible. Anything is possible!
Can you rewind time and get rid of 2016?
I mean, okay, I'm Kevin Garnett, not freaking Jesus.
Oh, Jesus is in The Walking Dead. I forgot. Never mind.
Yo, remember, I'm Negan and half your shit is mine.
Oh, and go see John Wick 2 when it comes out. Fuck yes.
On that note, yo, Mace, final thoughts before we get out of here, because you only got to say that one little comment.
Yeah, let's face it, PC Master Race will always own everything. And unless you get companies who don't know how to port something over properly.
Thank you, Warner Brothers.
Again, thank you, Warner Brothers.
Hey man,
Well,
that Space Hall game ain't very good either. Just saying.
I never heard of the company before anyway, so like, what company does Space Hulk?
Sterum. Oh, what the fuck is her name?
Exactly, you can't even remember that shit.
Yeah, it's not a very
plus,
recognizable name.
Plus, Space Hawk is a PC-only title. I'm talking like crossover-wise, like stuff that's on console. And PC.
Remember Injustice?
I don't remember.
But wait, Batman, that's the thing.
But
Which one?
at the end of the day, you know, we come to realize exclusivity hurts consumers more than it hurts companies. Just the same with DLC and season passes. They hurt consumers more than they hurt companies. People need to stop pre-ordering shit for stupid little bonuses that'll be out on the store for $2 in about 3 months anyway. Fuck you, 2K.
Hey man, I need my special edition.
Well, first things first, I'm about to pre-order Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle, so I don't have to pay $2 to get Rocky, Adam, Aisha, and Catherine. I'm just saying.
He just said stop doing that. You don't fucking listen.
No, he doesn't. Never.
God damn it.
Hey, MLB The Show is also giving away the GameStop exclusive MVP edition is giving a snapback. I'm sorry, you can't buy that snapback anywhere. Now that's worth it.
But anyway, my final thing, and this will actually be a good thing towards the Xbox, even though I'm not an Xbox owner, keep doing that backwards compatibility. That shit is fucking dope. Like, to be able to play some of the best 360 games on an Xbox One, 10 times better than what Sony were doing, which is sweet fuck all. You know, I want my Red Dead Redemption on my PlayStation 4, goddammit, because I sold my PS3.
Yo, remember PlayStation Now? That's the thing. You can totally get that.
Yeah, you can totally pay to play that.
In Australia, PlayStation
Oh, that's right.
Now is not a feature.
That's right.
Wow.
Yep, they don't have it yet. They don't have it yet.
We're not getting it.
Thought
So,
it was yet.
Again, no, we're not getting it. They decided, fuck it, we're just gonna keep it US only.
Wow.
But your Xbox, keep bringing out that backwards compatibility. Keep going through your games library and bringing back some of the classics for people to play. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for being the company that has the brains to do it properly, rather than trying to do it as a cash grab.
Because you know, honestly, yeah, you're right, man. Lost Odyssey is one of the biggest games they brought back for backwards compatibility.
Fuck you.
You mad, ain't you?
I am mad because I went and bought it, and they're like, "Oh, we're giving it to you for free." Like, but I just, what? Why would you do this to me?
Oh yeah, speaking of things for free, Xbox Live with Gold still kicking the ass of PlayStation Plus in 2016, and I probably will in 2017 because Sony love to suck indie dick.
Wow.
Yo, I mean, I like indie games too, bro. But damn,
Man, somebody's going hard in today.
Hey, look, I'm getting sick of paying $70 a year for PlayStation Plus and getting nothing but indie trash.
look. To be fair, listen, I'm looking at Games for Gold right now in 2017 January. Killer Instinct Season is one of them, and I'm like, well, goddamn. As well as Rayman Origins on the Xbox 360, which is going to be backwards compatible.
But didn't they give us that free already?
Rayman Origins? No.
Pretty sure they did. Once upon a time. I'm pretty sure they did.
It could have been Legends.
Might have been.
Yeah, it could have been Legends.
Yeah, but like Xbox.
Whereas what is Sony offering? We won't find out till the 28th.
Yeah,
Probably
even our
stuff
Sony
that's
team.
been sitting on their site for like 6 months at $2 that they can't get rid of.
Yeah, even our Sony team has said the same thing. So yeah.
Yeah, like
PlayStation Plus has been pretty lacking the last couple of months, majority of this year.
Oh man, this is. I'm sorry. Goddamn PlayStation Plus. Woo. You suck. You fucking suck. On that note, Clinton Navigator Bowman on behalf of Keith Shadow Hacks Mitchell and Karl Maysmart, I want to wish you a happy 2017 and happy holidays. And I want you to keep gaming, do your thing, and
Don't die.
PC Master Race.
And don't
And
die.
whatever you do, never go full Macintosh.
You don't go full Macintosh. Are you crazy?
Dude, I got an iPhone. That's not full Macintosh. That's like, I'm only doing it out of convenience. Peace out, guys.
That's just an excuse. Good night.
Thank you for checking out this latest episode of the Outerhaven Experience. And as always, if you enjoy our content, be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. It'll help us grow our channel greatly. Until next time, guys. See you later.